Welcome to the Science and Environmental Wrap. In the headlines, scientists disagree Homo Naledi buried its dead, and World Forestry Congress pledged to protect forests. Scientists have disagreed with the finding that Homo Naledi buried its dead in a remote cave chamber. This behavior was previously thought to be limited to humans. The new species, which is said to be the largest human fossil ensemble to be discovered on the African continent, was revealed at the cradle of humankind on Gauteng's West Rand this month. Scientists now suggest Homo Naledi should have been dated before being announced.
My reaction is that they haven't convinced me yet. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but I'm saying that they actually haven't provided the evidence that validates that just yet. So they're saying we need to explore it a little bit more. It's a very exciting find, and it's great almost that they have put forth this very controversial hypothesis, but what they need to do is now back it up with some science.
In environmental news, the 14th World Forestry Congress, which ended in Durban last week, pledged on optimizing the role of forests in order to protect the world against catastrophic climate change. The Congress, the first on African soil, was hailed as one of the most successful and attracted the highest number of delegates ever. 142 countries were represented.
There's been a broad recognition that forestry needs to, in fact, get the message out. In fact, one of the speakers referred to taking forestry out of the forest so that the man in the street can appreciate the significance of forestry in terms of forestry products, but also in terms of its impact on the environment, its impact on climate change.
What is needed right now is clear plans. So, for example, last year, the New York Declaration on Forests said that by 2020 we need to have zero deforestation, meaning that no more natural forests should be cutting down. We need a plan to make sure that happens. Then there's a commitment for about 130 million hectares that have been destroyed by big companies for profit, that those places now need to be restored, and there should be forest rehabilitation programs going on. We want to see how they're going to do that.
A couple of outcomes. The first one, it's involving more the community in the monitoring of the forest. I think that's something which is coming strongly and that we should really support here in South Africa, because many people here in South Africa do rely on resource coming from forest.
Extreme changes in weather patterns, water scarcity, and rising sea levels have been identified as only some of the human-induced factors that have led to global climate change. The Department of Environmental Affairs, in collaboration with the University of Johannesburg's Energy Movement, who brought us the African Solar Drive, hosted a debate on this environmental challenge. UJ's Energy Movement says something needs to be done about climate change. And finally, the first manned test flight of NASA's new deep space Orion capsule faces a likely 2-year delay until 2023. This is due to development and budget concerns. The capsule, along with its multi-billion-dollar heavy-lift launcher, are the most expensive parts of a long-term U.S. human space exploration initiative leading toward a crew landing on Mars in the mid-2030s. NASA had been aiming for its first crew test flight of Orion in August 2021. For more science news, go to www.sabc.co.za/news.